Hi, I'm Gordy. You might know that already. Welcome to kind of my first YouTube video, I guess. Not like technically my first YouTube video because I've been uploading VODs, but like my first YouTube video. I wanted to start making actual YouTube videos because I love YouTube. Always have. Always has been like a special interest of mine, and it's always something that I've wanted to do. So here I am doing it. And for my first YouTube video, that feels so weird to say. For my first video, I wanted to start off not small, but small. I'm so not used to just recording myself. I'm used to having like chat. I'm not used to just me and a camera. So you and me, we'll get to know each other. This video was partially inspired by the fact that I've been a little bummed lately, but also inspired by Laurel on Twitch, twitch.tv/Laurel, or she's on YouTube as well. I'll put her link in the description. She does these favorites videos where she just talks about things that she's been loving the past month. I think that's really fun and cool, and I think that's a really good way to just like think about things that bring you joy. So I wanted to do that. So I'm gonna be telling you all about my favorites for the month of July. I think let's just get right into it. So first and foremost, in case I haven't talked about it enough, I'm going to Greece next month. Now I know that's August, I get that. So technically that's not the favorite thing. My favorite thing has honestly been just like planning. It's been fun, like it's very stressful, don't get me wrong, trying to plan a big trip like this on your own. For the first time, this is my first big like cross an ocean trip. I've been to like Mexico or like the States before, but I've never been to Europe. So I'm really excited about that. It's been really stressful, but it has been so fun. I'm so excited to go by myself because I love traveling alone. I love feeling like I don't have to cater to what somebody else wants to do. I just get to do whatever I want to do, which is exactly why I'm going to Greece and I'm going to where I'm going, because I'm going to the island where they filmed Mamma Mia, my favorite movie ever. And I just knew I wouldn't want anyone to come with me, you know? I'm gonna want to do what I'm gonna want to do, and now I don't have to worry about anyone else. But I've been having a really good time planning everything, scoping out like where I want to go, what I want to do. I've also had to like buy a lot of things. Like part of my budget was just figuring out what I would need to buy. Like I needed a new suitcase, I needed some clothes, I needed swimsuits. I do use the term needed loosely. To be fair, I didn't need 3 swimsuits. I wanted 3 swimsuits, but I budgeted for it and I made it all work. But I'm really excited about that. It's gonna be so much fun. I don't even remember the last time I took a vacation, like a proper, just relaxing time. My next favorite thing is sort of related, I guess. It was inspired by the Greece trip, but it's not 100% related. I don't know. I have been on a bit of a little like health and fitness journey. It's really not been that long as of right now. As of the day that I'm filming this, it's maybe been 3 or 4 weeks since I started. I wasn't feeling not like the best about my body self-esteem wise. I always think I'm really hot, don't get me wrong, but I was just feeling like a little sluggish and like I didn't have that much energy. And I knew that when I was in Greece, I was gonna want to be like doing a lot of walking, hiking, I'm gonna be outside a lot, that kind of thing. And I wanted to have the stamina to be able to keep up with myself. So I started doing all kinds of things. I've been hiking, I've done some hot yoga, I've been doing regular yoga, I've been doing spin classes out the wazoo, which has kind of become my new favorite thing. I was gonna say if I had to pick one, but the 2 things that have become my favorite thing out of this whole thing is weekly yoga classes in the morning. I get up early on Tuesdays and I go to yoga at 7 a.m. like a crazy person, and also spin classes. Spin classes have been so fun. My friend recommended it to me and she described it as a cult, but without the bad parts. And at first I was kind of like, what? But I kind of understand where she's coming from. You get in a room, they bring down all the lights, it's really intense and you're all going. And the very first spin class that I went to was packed. And I will never forget the visual of being on my bike, and because they tell you which leg to go, it's like right, left, and everyone's bobbing and we're all going at the same pace, and the instructor's up at the front going, all right guys, right, left, and everyone's just like on the same level. At that moment, I was having so much fun, but at that moment I was like, no, I see why this could be seen as a cult. It was really fun, and I've been loving spin class. I've also been tracking my macros. I knew before I started that I wasn't eating enough protein, but I didn't realize how bad it was. It's not bad, but I definitely didn't realize how much protein I was lacking. Fun fact, cottage cheese has a lot of protein, and that has been one of my main protein sources for the past few weeks. And it's good. It's such a good little snack. You just have a little spoonful of cottage cheese. Don't mind if I do. I put it on my eggs in the morning too, and it just, okay, no, but hear me out. Scrambled eggs, right? Scramble your eggs. Add a shit ton of pepper. I add so much pepper to my eggs. Top it, cottage cheese, and sriracha. Oh, so good. That's been my breakfast for like the past week. Speaking of health and fitness journeys, my next favorite for July is free trials. Not sponsored, none of this is sponsored, but I have been using, the apps I've been using are ClassPass to do all of my spin classes and yoga classes and that thing. The other free trial that I've been using to track my macros is this app called Macro Factor. It's really surprisingly easy to use. I have tried like calorie counting in the past with different apps that it just didn't stick for me, but I really like the layout of Macro Factor. It just feels really easy to log things and see how things are going to affect your day and that kind of thing. And it also just makes me a lot more mindful about my eating, because I am so bad for just like eating because I'm bored or want something to do with my hands. I used to be so bad for just like plopping down at my desk, watching a YouTube video or 3 with like whatever snack, and then just like eating the whole thing. My next favorite thing. Lately, I have been enjoying just sitting and watching the sunset so much. I get the most gorgeous view of the sunset from my balcony. It's so nice to just go out pretty much every night that I can, watch the sun go down. Mango will come sit with me. She'll sit on my lap. It's really cute. I bet all of my neighbors are so jealous because I'm so cute with my cat. But it's been so nice. I love a good sunset. I would probably be a sunrise person if I was a morning person, but I'm not. Speaking of the sun, my next favorite thing has been the beach. I love the beach. I realized at some point this month that the beach is such an easy way to just like hang out with people, or you can just go by yourself, obviously. I have a group of friends and we try to hang out about once a month, but we're all adults, we're all very busy, and there's a lot of us, so it's hard to coordinate schedules. But I realized at some point we can all just go to the beach. It's such an easy hangout. It's so casual, minimal planning. We just show up. We chat. Some of us bring games. Love a beach. Oh, speaking of the beach, this is gonna sound so strange. My next favorite thing has just been staring at people, but not in a creepy way. I want to be very clear on that. It's not in a creepy way. I have just accepted the fact that we as humans are drawn to looking at other humans. So it's really been fun for me, because also my sunglasses are like mirrored, they're reflective, so when I'm wearing them you can't see what I'm looking at. Maybe this is a bit of a bad habit, but I've gotten to the point where I just look at people. I was at the beach the other day and there was a group of guys playing, like they're just like throwing around a football or something, and I just watched them. Like, I just fully laid on my stomach, plopped my little head down, and I was just watching them. Not in like a weird, like, I wasn't trying to, you know, it's not like that. I was just entertained. I'm digging myself a hole. It was just entertainment. Just watching people. People watching in general, I'll put it that way, maybe not staring at people. People watching is really fun, and I think people are just really interesting. My next favorite thing is kind of a total left, but nonetheless, is this, should I do the thing? It's the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. These were the birthday gift at Sephora, I think last year. I love this stuff. I actually thought I wasn't gonna like it because I don't love scented things or fragrance things for my skin, but the more I used it, the more compliments I was getting on how good my skin looked. And even like I was starting to notice like I was not breaking out. I used to be the person where it's like I would have at least one pimple at all times. As soon as one was gone, the next one would come in. But ever since I started using this stuff, nothing. My skin has been so clear. Everyone at work is constantly telling me, oh my god, your skin looks so good. Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, sunscreen and my little Glow Recipe Dewdrops. This is not the birthday gift size, by the way. This is the full size. But after I ran out of the birthday gift one, I had like about a week where I was like waiting for this to come in the mail. And in that week, I literally like had a pimple and I like kind of broke out. You can still see the scar right there. I had a pimple. I started breaking out and I was like, God, I miss that stuff. If you're curious, my skin type is pretty normal. It's not super oily, not really dry. And I love that stuff. It is a bit, it's like dewy. So maybe if you're on the oily side, might not be the product for you. But for dry skin or normal skin, I really like it. My next favorite, I have to mention this. It's Speak Now Taylor's version. I'm a Swiftie. I'm a new Swiftie, but I'm a Swiftie. And I fully, the day that it dropped, sat down at my computer and just listened to the whole thing in order as soon as it dropped. My favorite vault tracks are I Can See You and Electric Touch. This is maybe an unpopular opinion. I don't really like When Emma Falls in Love. I don't think it's bad, it's just not for me. Foolish One hit me in the feels so hard. I didn't think it was gonna be that bad, and then I played it and I was crying by the end of it. So that was fun. But I really like the Taylor's version. I think it's great. I don't hate the lyric change in Better Than Revenge. It is what it is. I see why she did it. It makes sense. Next, am I even Gordy Games if I talk about my favorite video games? The games that I have been loving this month. First of all, Overcooked. I started playing it with a couple of my friends, and thankfully my friends and I have figured out a way to play it without just fully yelling at each other. But it's been so much fun. I love that game, and it's really nice to just like, if you just want like a really chill hangout with a friend where you don't want to like do much, you just want to sit around and yell at each other a little bit. I've also really been enjoying Coral Island. It's not technically released yet, but I have been playing the early release. So fun. If you like Stardew Valley, you will like Coral Island, I think. It's very similar. Graphics are obviously a bit different. Storyline is different. People are different. I don't know. I really like that the mechanics are similar to Stardew Valley, but it's different enough that it's like you're still playing a different game. It's really easy to pick up. And also, oh my god, the villagers or whoever the townspeople are so attractive. I am so attracted to these drawings, man. It's so bad. I have a list going of my faves. It's gonna stay in here. And last, but certainly not least, as some of you may know if you watch my stream, I received the Harvest Moon remake Story of Seasons, Another Wonderful Life, or A Wonderful Life. I am so obsessed with this game. I have been playing it so much. Obviously, so similar to the old Harvest Moon, but they've updated a lot of the mechanics, they've updated a lot of the gameplay, and it just works so much better now. Things like watering your crops or planting seeds, it doesn't take as long, it's not as tedious. They changed a lot of the names of the characters, which I don't entirely understand why. I don't disagree with it. I have a lot of thoughts about that game. I really like it. I'm really enjoying it. It's nice to have to play off stream. Literally the other day, it was like pouring rain outside. I didn't have anything to do. I was like, I'm gonna play some Story of Seasons. Curled up, got all cozy on my couch. Mango came up and laid right beside me, and I played Story of Seasons for a few hours, and it was just like so perfect. If you're interested, and especially if you played Harvest Moon, I think you'll like the game. It's literally the old one, but better. Anything that you probably didn't like about the original, probably fixed. And also, of course, there's the fact that you can romance either men or women. Yeah, you know I'm going for Celia. They didn't add characters, but they did make a couple more of them romanceable. The artist, I believe he's Cody in the original. In this one, he's Gordy, but they spelled it wrong. Gordy, not IE the right way, but whatever. They have made him romanceable, as well as Lumina, who is the granddaughter of the lady who owns the big mansion on the hill, whose name I can't remember right now for some reason. In the original, Lumina is a child. They do age her up. I'll be very clear because they are very clear. the amount of times she references, like, something about being older or something about being your age is kind of comical to me. It kind of makes me giggle. You also have all of the original romanceable options. I've been recommending it to all of my friends. Yeah, so that's all of my favorites for the month of July. If you'd like to click subscribe, hit that notification bell. I don't actually know where it is. Hit the notification bell. You'll get notified every time I post a new video. You can see when I upload VODs. You can see when I upload different content. Don't forget to find me on all these other platforms. I'm Gordy Games pretty much anywhere. I post a lot of silly things in a lot of different places, so come find me. I'm also live on Twitch at least once or twice a week. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye!